All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I guess I have to wait to see if someone pull in and then they can tell me if they can hear me loud and clear. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message that speaks on the brands of Yah. The brands of Yah. And me, myself, knowing that Yah consider everything a oneness to him. So I would say he would call it brand because when he speaks, he always category everything in a oneness, and not so much as an S behind it or more than one. So I, Sister Deborah, have this video that I'm about to cover, and it's about the brands of Yah. And like I said again, let me know if you hear me. Somebody, let me know if you can hear me in the live. I did a whole video earlier today, and guess what? I had no idea. I had no idea that my laptop somewhere along the line wasn't working. I don't know how it was cut off from the setting. So if anyone can just give me some sort of a okay that you hear my voice, and then you can shoot back out of the live. Just let me know that you can hear me. Okay. And the name and the topic of this message is the brands of Yah. And if Yah had to cover this topic, he would call it the brand as a oneness. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. So I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Earlier today, I did a video, and the whole video for an hour, I think in 15 minutes, and no sound. So I say to you all, I appreciate you letting me know you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much. So what I want to say to you all, we had a topic yesterday regarding the Father living within us. And a lot of us have no idea that he's there. A lot of people don't have any idea that the presence of the Father is really within them already. And all they have to do is touch base to activate their end. He's already present. Because you know how people try to figure out, well, how do I be able to see things in ahead of time? What is this that be talking to me and telling me things, showing me things? These are signs that the Spirit of the Most High Yah is already residing in individuals, and they have no idea that is the Ruach HaKodesh that is within them. So we talked about that yesterday, and that how many people do not know, but he knows whose he is. That's why he's not going to wait for you to make the choice. Remember, Sister Deborah was saying that it's finished. It's over. In him, everything is finished. Everything is over. He's not looking for anyone to flip over backwards to try to get anything in this day and time. You know what else he's not looking for? He's not looking for people to awaken. He's not looking for people to awaken. He's not. Why? Because it's finished in him. He knows who he coming for. He knows who are found. He knows what is within him, and that all that belongs to him is already in his hand. He knew that. He knows it. You see? So, so many people have no idea that he rests within them already. Because they also have accepted his whole plan of his will. And they have accepted, but they just trying to figure out, well, what should I be doing today? I mean, like right now, what is my purpose? What is my calling? See, they looking for things to where they can see so they can continue to believe they are in there, not knowing that he can reside in you. And just because your flesh is not allowing you to touch base with him that is in you, somewhere along the line, he found a place in your spirit to reside, his spirit, because he said when he come in, he coming to abide in your spirit. That means you and him and he and you. And y'all abide as one. Okay? So it's a big difference from when he said a man would leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife and they become one flesh. He want people to understand that's flesh, y'all. That ain't got nothing to do with spirit. It's flesh, they become one. Okay? You have to be able to understand the difference. Okay? So, but when he say he become one, it's when he come and he abide in you, he's coming straight to your spirit. And there he will and have abide. He rests right there. His ruach rests right there. If you don't feel, I mean, I think the strangest thing is, I think a lot of people can feel something about themselves, that they are not like everybody else. They don't see things like everybody else. They don't feel the way everybody else feel. Why is it I keep having these dreams and these visions? Why is it that seem like he's trying to show me this or show me that? Why is everyone drawn to me for some reason and asking me questions as if I'm a bishop or some big, famous person? Why is this? It's because greater is he already living in thee than he that is in the world. And all you have to do is tap in and realize and stop looking for the seen versus the unseen. So this is another thing that we as individuals, this topic is about, hello in the live chat, it's good to see you all. This topic is about the brands of Yah. And I know many of you already heard this topic. You heard this spoken. Sister Deborah spoke this message probably, about 7 or 8 times. And I'm bringing it again because of today. I believe that what is actually happening within me in the understanding of what I'm seeing and what I'm putting out is, I said, wait a minute, backpack, put this information in, y'all. I am doing something that I did not even know that was what I was doing until I asked. I didn't ask. He told me. Let's just tell it like it is. And I don't know if you all don't feel this way and you might not see it, but I see something, a big change in how people are seeing a creator. People are turning, all nationalities, males and females, and everywhere is turning away from a creator that sits on the throne. They really are. They're turning away from his name or because they don't know, there's too many names that they trying to battle, or they don't know what's what. So they actually are turning away from anything that has to do with the Most High Yah. Okay? They're turning away from the Bible, you guys. Many of people, you know how they say that they trying to do away with the Bible? No. They don't have to do away with the Bible. The people's hearts are turning away from the Bible. Okay? The people's hearts are actually turning away from the Bible. You have people turning away from the Sabbath and what they believed at one time about the Sabbath day. You see, they are turning away, you guys, in great numbers. And I'm sitting here watching it. And I went into the bathroom and the father said to me, do you know what's going on? And I was like, everybody's, not everybody. I said, it seemed like a lot of people turning away from any little pin needle of anything they had that has to do with a spiritual creator. You know what he said? He told me, he said, do you understand what you've been doing? I say, pretty much giving them what you give me, you know. And he was saying, no, you giving them spiritual food. They can't turn away from that, Deborah. Woo, Father. He said, you are giving them spiritual food. They can't turn away from that. Who can turn away from spiritual food? It's going to be ever present with you. When it's time to take off and run, guess what? If you don't have no food, you don't have no water, you're going to have that spiritual food. So he went on and tell me, don't you remember your backpack? The Spirit was dealing with me on this. I said, oh, Father, that is spiritual food in that backpack. He said, see, they have something to go on. Who cares if they close down TikTok, YouTube, and all these other places? The Father was telling me, when they finish, those that have heard you and have filled their backpacks, they have the Spirit and truth and the light to run on, Deborah. To where all of these people you talking about is fading away because the Sabbath day, the Bible, and because of the name. I spoke of the great falling away. But he said he wanted me to understand what I was doing. He said, what you have been doing is feeding them spiritual food. Just like I'm about to give you now. None of this we can give man nor Deborah, no flesh on the earth, the glory in what I'm about to give you now. This here you can't give man. You can't give woman. You can't give kings, leaders, rulers, the politics, the president, the whole world, the elites. You can't give them what I'm about to give you. And that's what he was telling me. I went in there and I went into the bathroom sink and I was washing my hand. He said, but do you know what you've been doing? I'm saying, yeah, but giving them what you give me. He said, but do you understand what it is? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, am I in trouble? What is it, you trying to tell me? He said, you're giving them spiritual food. So while you see everybody, not everybody, but when I say everybody, I mean a great number of people battling their religion, their spirituality, their God that they serve, their Sabbath, their Bible, everybody trying to battle. Really, which way should I go? Or let me just get on up out of here, out of it all. Many people, y'all might not have paid any attention to it. Many of them are falling away by great numbers from anything that leads to the Father's throne. Anything. And they're not falling away as if they were really in something. No way, he said. But it's just the falling away from anything that has to do with anything spiritual or even sound like it's anything spiritual. There is a falling away. And did you all know that I did not really see that until today? I'm sitting here saying, well, wait, hold up. But it has something also to do with why everybody is connecting to all this other stuff. The chosen pull up. And it's a lot of them are the chosen because I can discern them being the chosen. But a lot of them are not the chosen. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, they starting all these pages on YouTube as the chosen. You got all these people telling you, I know y'all might not be on the same page Sister Deborah is on. I see so many people saying that the Bible has been a full lie. And it's not just melanated people. These are heathens and Gentiles and Europeans. They're all over the place denying it as well. You see what I'm saying? And denying that there is a God. And this is what happened to me. And I realized my voice got loud. It's when this here European, he looks every bit of 85. He's on there and he's got a big, large follower. And he's trying to teach people that we need to dig in and realize that this spiritual thing is not what we think it is. We need to try to come together and love one another. And that hurt me to hear him say that. The first thing I said, now how are you going to sit there and say that now? And after y'all done all of us, all our ancestors, the way that you done it, now we need to come together, huh? Do that make sense? How are you bringing people into one in any type of spiritual? I don't know what he called himself, but he think he's teaching people, but he got a great follower. following him. And I'm talking about with all this nasty stuff and evil, wicked these Europeans done throughout time. Why are they on here trying to portray it's time to do the righteous thing? It's time to come together and love one another. And then it bothers me because I'm like, Father, they don't even know how to even have a feeling or a care for anyone outside of themselves. But a lot of them are doing it. But I want to stick to the program, and that is this. The Father wants me to actually cover this because this was the topic when I sat down at 9:16 this morning. My other topic was the second one he gave me, which I'm going to redo that tomorrow. But this topic has to do with the brands of Yah. Many of you all have no idea that Yah has a brand. This brand, Yah would call it brand. He wouldn't care for the S, because when he speak of like singular. He don't want it to seem like it's more than one. He wants to put everything in one. So let me change that. And I would say brand, because Yah is a oneness. Okay. And these names are a brand that he brand the individuals that comes down from the kingdom that is written in the Lamb Book of Life. These are the brands. Okay. You have righteousness. You have belief. You have faith. Faith equals hope, and hope equals faith. And you have fear. So we have righteousness, belief, faith, and fear. These are brands that Yah brand his elects, okay, or his anointed ones, okay? Now, this is what you all did not know. A lot of the Hebrew Israelites be trying to really do away with others being grafted in. I want you to know they are not grafted in from the earthly level. And this is how the Hebrew Israelite mindset would consider it to be a earthly level when we're here, and because of us, they got grafted in. You got to be able to step in the ruach within you and just listen to what he says. And what he says is, no, Deborah, the lamb wasn't slaughtered on the earth. The lamb was slaughtered in the kingdom. And because the lamb was slaughtered before the foundation of the world, that's how the Lamb Book of Life came forth in the bosom of the Father. Everyone that's returning to it is in that book. So we got to stop trying to make it look like the earth has the power and heavens is the second power. Earth has the first degree and heavens is the second. We need to stop that. And even when I tell you to divide things in twos, when you divide things in two, make sure when you divide them in two, put the first one in the kingdom and bring the second one to the earth. And then you can come up and make better decisions. It'll blow your mind how it's done. So heavens has the Lamb Book of Life. The lamb was slaughtered before the lamb was slaughtered before the foundation of the world. The Lamb Book of Life came after the lamb was slaughtered before the foundation of the world in the kingdom. Now, this before heaven and earth was here. Now, when we get down here, we thinking, okay, it's all about us. We the Hebrew Israelite, we the this and we the this and we the this. But as you keep listening and paying attention to the teaching of the Ruach, he'll let you know, baby, all nations going to be found in the kingdom. They don't want to preach that to y'all. They rather preach their own form of racism, their own form of hate. Y'all, I want to let y'all know, if you're a part of that, you're on a different end than y'all. You see, you're on a different end than he himself, because he is not going to be caught up in trying to make a race of people not allowed in the kingdom, when y'all know that he said, when Yeshua went to the four corners with his angels, guess where they went? To the four corners, toward all nations. I bet y'all didn't know they did. Yes, they went to all nations. And when he sat down in his glory, I'm talking about Yeshua, when he sat down in his glory to separate the sheep from the goat, guess what? He separated them by nation, not by the house of Israel, the tribe of Judah. He separated them by nation. And how did he do that? He put the goats on the left and he put the sheep on the right. And then he told the sheep, you come on here. Let me take you where you were predestined to be before the foundation of the world. You are the righteous. That's what he said to those that was on the right. He didn't break it down to the Hebrew Israelite or the true Jews or we the people. He broke them down in nations, you guys. He broke them down in nations. The reason why I had to go that route is to get you to this route. What I do understand, when the others were grafted in, they were grafted in before the foundation of the world. They didn't get grafted in on the earth, y'all. They got grafted in on the heaven, just like I said and told you yesterday. If you from the heavens is already written to come and return to his bosom, what he is already in you. You see? He's just waiting for you to activate what is in you so you, while you're still here, you can know who you stand for. 100. So what happened to the heathens and the Gentiles? They were those that heaven had already grafted in. What did they grafted in? Where were they grafted into? The Lamb Book of Life. What is the Lamb Book of Life, Deborah? Eternal life. The Lamb Book of Life does not say the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. The Lamb Book of Life does not say Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. No. See, we're trying to create that thing on the earth. When we have not bowed down to he that's in the heaven that lives in us, so he can teach us what's what. And as I sit and I stand back and I watch how everybody's teaching, how everybody's preaching, how everybody's getting discouraged and turning this way, turning that way, I think now of what the Father was saying. Do you see what you've been doing? See, what I give you all, they can't give you because it's spiritual food. It ain't that Sister Deborah all that and some. What did I tell you? Give or take. You might can give Sister Deborah in the spirit realm. I'm talking about my spirit, not the spirit that abide in me. But if my flesh is one thing, my spirit is another, and y'all abide in my spirit. But I am confident that 20% you can give me. 20%. Outside of that, don't give me no more than that. Everything else goes to the glory of the Most High Yah. Really, the 100. But I speak of my spirit. You know, not he that is greater in me. He 100. But I'm speaking of my spirit knowing what I know because of who he is in me. But I ain't going to give my spirit 100 because he's greater in me. I give him 100, but not my spirit. You see what I'm saying? So what people did not know, the reason why they were grafted in because heaven had them in already. But they did not come in through righteous. They did not come in through a fear. They came in through belief and faith. That's how they were grafted in from the kingdom. From belief and faith. Okay? When you deal with Abraham, you deal with David, and you deal with Jacob, you're dealing with those who were righteous, belief, faith, and fear. They had it all. They were branded with it all. But those that was grafted in, they didn't come in to the kingdom through righteous. They didn't come in through the kingdom through fear. They came in through the kingdom through belief and faith of who? Yeshua HaMashiach. You see? So when sometimes y'all might wonder, well, why is it they don't know we the people, because y'all did not send you over here to be all that and some. How can your curse justify and clarify and identify? How can your curse be identified as you supposed to be so important? You is all that and some. Oh, we to this, we to that, we to this, and we to that in captivity. Why do they need to bow down to who you are when you didn't even bow down to who you were toward my Father? But yet you entitled to so much in this land of your captivity. And when he gave you the promised land, you totally disrespect the land and the Father himself. But yet you come to somebody else's land, which you now trying to say is yours. Everything was yours. I wouldn't even, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I wouldn't go around telling nobody that we were here before they were. We are the people. We are the this, because it shows you that there's something still short in your memory, in your mind. Why? Because if you are all that and some, and this book is about you, why are you a hot mess? Why are you a hot mess? Nobody could answer it. So you see, I wouldn't even go around trying to make everybody think that when before America, we was here too. We had this land, we had this, and we had this, we had that. And all it's saying is, wait a minute. Wherever you had, y'all gave it. And he saw fit to get your nasty tails off of it. Why ain't nobody preaching that thing? You see what I'm saying? You see how many things are being escaped and ignored? But y'all is suffering it too. He said, Deborah, this is how they done me. So when you get over there, when you get, and you see, and you still a living prophet, and you see it, and you're trying to get all reared up and think I'm supposed to come from the throne and make they crooked straight. I'm not doing it. It's over. Mine has been counted for. I know who's in my hand. I know who represent me. Because they came from the heaven. I had to send the lamb to be sacrificed by the blood. He was already sacrificed by the spiritual blood, but I sent him down to be sacrificed by the natural blood for your natural flesh. But he was coming to redeem minds in the spirit back to my bosom. Why? Because they belong to me and they were mine anyway. That's why we got to come in the door through Yeshua HaMashiach. Because he came in the door for us. We got to follow him, his way to the door. Instead, we rather have the idol gods of men and women to worship and serve. Let me get back to my lesson. Now, here we are, Brands of Yah. The Brands of Yah is righteous belief, faith. Faith is hope, and hope is faith. And we got fear. These are brands that Yah has already invested in his, okay? So a lot of you all are walking around not even knowing that you carrying these characteristics. Now, guess what? Carrying these characteristics does not mean you sinless and you perfect in that flesh, but it means you that in the spirit realm. How about that? How about that? You perfect as Yah sees you, because he sent you down here. And he branded you. When you go into Revelation chapter 7, he sent this one angel from the west to go warn the other 4 angels that was on the corner. And he told them, hold up, don't touch the earth, the trees, the grass, nothing, until y'all get together with the seal and seal minds. How did the angels know that they were sealed? Because everybody in the kingdom knows that y'all got his branded. You see? But we on this earth and we treat him like he don't know nothing, but we know it all. And then I said, well, no, I really feel sad for them. And the Spirit of the Most High said, what did I tell you about that word? Because what you see is still in my power. And because I can't see beyond what causes people to think and feel and conduct themselves in the way that they are conducting themselves, but Yah knows the beginning and the end of each and every last one of us. That's why he said, no. You feeling sad for something you ain't got no business feeling sad for. Because I'm like saying, but Father, it's like they just out there, just like, but Deborah, don't you think I know that? Don't you think I know that? So maybe you need to tell me something I don't know. Or he checks me all the time, and I love it. I love it. So the first one we're going to start with is righteous. One thing you all might not have known is these brands are already in the individuals already. He already branded them, and they have no idea. Do you see how we don't have no reason to be out down here clowning and acting the way we are acting if we are a part of him already? And if you ever pick up the Bible and you study with the Ruach in you, he'll show you and teach you what no other man. This one person said, I haven't heard that in nobody's church. A lot of people y'all don't know used to go to church all the time, but they haven't heard these things. It's so many things we have not heard, nor have we seen. Oh, but when we see him in the kingdom, we'll realize we never knew anything. Okay, so the first one is righteous. When I get to righteous, I want to go to Romans. And in Romans chapter 1 and verse 17, it speaks of righteous. Okay, when you start to go over these, and when you start to pick up this instruction and instructions and direction book, and the Ruach start bubbling, he will come and teach you the power of righteousness rests within you. Like yesterday, what did I tell you? I had no idea that the Ruach that's in us, okay, it's holy. Holy in us. I had no idea of that. But it makes sense when he decided to give us what he didn't give Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But they still was his seed. But he gave us a little bit more. He now wants to come in us and teach us from that level. And when you start to realize that he's in you, you'll leave all this trash alone. Sister Deborah, you said, so long, Sister Deborah, I see you on the other side. Why? Because he will be the teacher. Like he said he would. Because did you know when we get to the other side, he said, ain't nobody going to teach you nothing. Ain't nothing to be taught. Can't nobody say, I'm going to teach you. Because when we get to Mount Zion, ain't nobody going to be saying nothing. That's showing you the type of glory of the Father that's going to be on that land. So in Romans chapter 1 and verse 17, it says, for therein is the righteousness of Yah. Therein, that's in us, Yah. The righteousness of Yah. Now you see how people talk about the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, the Ruach HaKodesh, and the Holy Spirit. Why don't they teach us what is detached to all of that? They don't. They don't. While we're walking around here thinking that, okay, we got to get this, and when we get this, we got to act like this, look like this, walk like this, play like this, talk like this, pretend like this, serve this and serve that. This one guy today was teaching and breaking it all the way down. That the Sabbath is not Saturday, nor is it Sunday. The first thing came to me in my spirit was, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter if it's Saturday or Sunday. You know, when Yeshua was with the disciples and they start to get on him about allowing the disciples to pick corn on the Sabbath. I'm going to show you how stupid people is. When they try to whoop you down with traditions and ways that they want you to follow, the biggest thing many of you all do not know. How can you lock me in on something that lives in me? Who is the Sabbath? Isn't greater is he that is in me? Is not he the Sabbath? You see what I'm saying? But this man was talking, and he was saying he was talking to the men of Israel in the tribe of Judah, because they got this all wrong. They thinking the Sabbath on Sunday, and he broke it all the way down. But I don't give a rat's behind what he break down. I keep in mind, greater is he that is in me than he that is in this world. And in the world are traditions. In the world are mouths of those who proclaiming to worship the Yah that rides up in me. I serve and I worship him. To me, every day is the Sabbath. I understand the rest. They don't. Because there's a rest in the flesh and there's a rest in the spirit. Praise the mighty Yah. So this is why I was explaining to you all, once this Ruach reside in you to teach you, he's going to teach you all things. So it ain't going to be based on somebody pulling up and saying, oh, it's not a Sabbath, Saturday is not the Sabbath. Oh, Sunday is the Sabbath. The Catholic changed the Sunday, the Saturday to a Sunday. And then you got those who say the Sabbath is Sunday. And that's okay. It's Saturday. And that's okay. Make the Sabbath whatever you want to make it. But greater is he that's in me, that knows where the Sabbath start and where it ends. So, going back to this. These are the brands that he have placed within those that are anointed. And then he say, not only that, they are appointed and anointed, Deborah. I would destroy their temple, which is their flesh, because the temple is holy. Why is it holy? Because I'm up in here. Tell them that. I'm holy. That's why it's holy. It ain't holy because you the flesh. It's holy because I am holy and I reside in your spirit and I am holy. And if you bring that trash to your flesh, then I have to get rid of that flesh. That's just showing you how much of the Father rests within us. We don't have, and nor do we have to abide by all these man-made traditions, because just like they fading away, the Father said to me, he said, can yours fade away? No, because you're giving them spirit and truth. It'll be with them to eternity. So here we go. Righteous. Romans chapter 1, verse 17. For therein is righteousness of Yah, revealed from faith to faith, as it is written. Wait a minute. Hold up, Father Yah. Hold up. Where is it written? Are you going to tell me it's written in Torah? Oh, you're going to tell me it's written in King James Bible? No, it's not written in King James Bible, 1611. Nor is it written in Torah. It is written in the kingdom. That's what Yeshua was saying to Satan on the mountain. When you finish running your ugly mouth, it is already written. We need to be invested in putting that down on other people. Hey, it is already written. That means you can't change nothing. It's written. So here it says, Romans chapter 1 and verse 17. For therein is righteousness of Yah revealed from faith to faith, as it is written that the just shall live by faith. Wait a minute, no, by Torah? No, by faith. Wait a minute, no. Something wrong. Let's go over that again. The just. Do you know what the just is? Anybody in the live chat, do you know what the just is? The just is righteous. Righteous. Let's go back to the beginning. Romans chapter 1, verse 17. For therein the righteousness of Yah, there goes his righteousness. Who is it? It's Yah's. The righteousness of Yah is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written in the kingdom, the righteous, which is the just, shall live by faith. You see? You will never get them to teach you that. Why? Why? And I see, I would say it's okay for them to teach you at the best of their ability or their knowledge, because all of these are also in the flesh. You know how he said, he that is born of the flesh is of the flesh, he that is born of the spirit is of the spirit. In the flesh is righteous in their own eyes. In them is belief. In the flesh, they really believe. In them is their own faith regarding themselves. They have faith of themselves. In them is fear, and we know in the flesh we all have fear. So these same characteristics, these same names are found in he that is born of the flesh, and Yah's brand is found righteous, belief, faith, and fear in the spirit. He branded his before you got here. Before flesh was molded on your tail, he branded you with his spiritual brand. Okay? So when you walk up on, if you come up on Romans chapter 1 and verse 17, and it's telling you faith by faith. Now, wait a minute, hold up. Well, what's this going on about reveal from faith to faith? He said that because everybody got it according to my measurements. That's why. From faith to faith is my measurements, not yours. Oh, okay. I get it. Oh, it is written. Okay, I get it. Okay. So he wants us to know faith is the faith of the spirit is not something you can see. It's not something you can speak. It's not something you can feel. Oh, you see? It's not something you can control. Faith is the substance of what is spiritual, unseen, but yet believed, because hope pull up side by side with it. So now you even hoping with faith. And faith is what? Hoping with hope. You see? So faith is the substance of things unseen. Wait a minute. Things unseen? Yes, Deborah. You just told them. These are spiritual. This is spiritual. That's why you can't pull up on hope. You can't pull up on faith and start to say, and this is how they used to say it back in the days. Oh, I got so much faith. I have the faith of the mustard seed. I have the faith. You ain't got nothing that was not given to you outside of the faith of your flesh. You got more faith in your flesh than you got in anything. But when you come to know the Most High Yah that rests within, then therefore you really have the faith in the spirit. Okay, so now let's go to James. In James chapter 5 and verse 6, James chapter 5 and verse 16. James chapter 5 and verse 16. And it reads, confess your faults one to another and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effective prayer of a righteous man prevaileth much. So when you know how we go around here and we said we got the Holy Spirit. Oh, I have the Ruach HaKodesh. I have the Holy Ghost. I have the Holy Spirit. Did you all forget that it comes with power? I never would want to come up on somebody, because I did. I sure did. And it was a lady who said she was, listen to what she said. She said, I am a apostle, a prophet, an evangelist. and a pastor. When I was staying in Georgia, around my 19 years ago, she come to my store saying that. I said, oh, yeah, when I'm just Sister Deborah. You know, they looked at me like, but you know what she said? She said, I've heard so much about you, and everybody told me it was a woman of God that owned this store, and I had to stop by. And I'm like saying to myself, why is she stopping by when I'm closed? I was just pulling up at that time to pick up my husband, and I'm like, why are you stopping by when I'm closed in the late evening? Pulling up, don't want nobody to see her. That's what. Yeah, she had the nice car and the way she was dressed, but baby, that didn't move Sister Deborah. So the first thing I did, she said, well, maybe I'll come someday when you're open. I said, yeah, why don't you just do that? So she left. And the father, first thing, guess what I did? I shot straight into the father. Bam! What's going on? Who's that woman? Because Yah will not allow somebody to come up on me without him warning me. Praise the mighty Yah. And I shot into the father. Who's that? Why did you send her? Did you know she was coming? He said, Deborah, she's coming again. I said, oh, oh, she is. Who is she? Nobody. But I got you, and I want you. She's going to come in the next 30 days. And it took that lady 30 days to show up again at that store. She pulled up, and he said, let me tell you what the father said, tell her, to say to her. Because I'm telling you what he told me. He said, when she come, you say to her, you said you was an apostle, a prophet. She said prophetess, an evangelist, and a pastor. When my Father in heaven told me to say unto you, where is your power? You already answer. Where is your power? That lady took a step back and looked at me like, hey, 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 hey. And she kind of looked a little angry, and then she kind of did a little smile and didn't say a word because her daughter had found something in the thrift store. It was a drum set, this thing she needed for the marching band. I had it, and she was so excited. So she was just lost for words. And before she left, she said, here go my card. I said, took mine from my thrift store, and here go mine. And lo and behold, about 2 months later, I get a phone call. And no, I didn't know who she was. She wanted me to be a speaker at a convention, women convention in Atlanta, Georgia. And we talked, and I said, she was asking me, will I accept? She said, I think you'd be the perfect fit. I said, you know, I would have liked to, but I would have to step in and teach something that will make you totally uncomfortable. You and everybody there. And she said, well, what do you mean? I said, my whole words and what I would say would surround, I am not a Christian. That lady had a fit. Let me get off of that because it's so funny. It is so funny. And she asked me, you're not a Christian? I said, no. And boy, when I broke that thing down to that lady would say, in all my days, I have never heard it broke down like that. She said, thank you so much. You see what I'm saying? But I hate to tell her, I get out there and you got 5,000 people out there, I'm going to tell them I have to break that Christian down and break it up. And you would have hated you even invited me to be a speaker. So back to this here. I want to stay on this. James chapter 5, verse 16. Confess your faults one to another and pray for one another that ye may be healed. Now, what's going to cause that heal? Here, watch this here. The effectual prayer of a righteous man prevaileth much. Why is that? Because righteousness is connected to all that power. That's y'all's first brand. So he just letting you know, if you're wondering why you call yourself putting your hands on your children, why it didn't help. Why you call yourself going to the hospital, laying your hand on family members and thinking your prayer is going to pick. Hey, baby, you got to know these things is in you. And in the process of knowing it, you got to believe that thing. Because it believes you, it's resting there. So you believe it, it believes you, it's resting in you. That's how the power come forth. That's how the power come forth. That's why in James chapter 5 and verse 16, it says, confess your fault one to another and pray for one another that ye may be healed. There go that power of what? Healing coming in. Watch this here. The effectual prayer of the righteous man can heal anything. You see? But see, you don't know nothing about the righteousness and these things that rest therein. So you can't activate these things that you have an ability to do as praying and laying hands and a spiritual discerning, and all of this stuff is banned from you somewhat until you realize who is invested in you. And not think that you have to be on YouTube to get it. Or you have to subscribe with somebody to have something or to belong. You got to go under the tradition of man to feel that you are in their spiritual. Because there's no end to it. There's no end to the traditions, y'all. Never is it, never will it be, because they will constantly be putting stuff on you to where you be saying, I can't even keep up with all of this. Y'all didn't tell you to go run your tail and try to check into everything they say you're supposed to do. He said, seek me. Check me out. I can be residing right now in you, and you don't even know it. Because you thinking YouTube gonna give you your answer to your whole life. Okay? We on that righteous. And then we come to Genesis chapter 15 and verse 6. Genesis chapter 15, verse 6. And he believed in Yah. Who? Abraham. I guess he did. If you in a vision with the Most High Yah and Most High showing you all this stuff, you will believe too. But what Yah say? What did Yah say to Abraham? Okay, bro, you good. I counted you in. You already counted it to him to be righteous. I already counted you in, bro. You righteous. You already written under righteous. You already counted in as what? Righteousness. It says it. Genesis chapter 15, verse 6. And he believed in Yah. We're talking about Abraham. He believed in Yah and Yah and he who Yah and he who Yah and he who Yah counted it to him for righteousness. So Abraham was rolling on belief and righteousness and faith and fear. This is what made Abraham recognized by this sister in the fullness as the seed of the Father. Because you'd already branded him with the righteous and belief. And he was truly faithful. And he feared Yah. You see? That's what allowed him to be the seed. And this is why I say to you all, when you're trying to understand and trying to portray as if the Hebrew Israelites is the angels from heaven, that's not true, y'all. Here go Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Here go David. Here go who else? Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and all of them are the seeds of the Spirit with all of this. But guess what? Guess what? You got us today, don't even know if we have any of this, but because Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and David and them, and all the ones that's listed in Matthew chapter 1, we just assume we in there too. No. That's what's messing up a lot of people in this Hebrew Israelite movement, which is a cult. It's a religion that people are bent up and bent down. And the saddest part about the religion is when you get 100% of melanated people and only 8% of them believe that they are the Hebrew Israelite. That's a low of the low number, you know? You see? because that's showing you in that small religion, and that small Hebrew Israelite movement, and that small Hebrew Israelite cult, there's only a handful that cares that they are Israel. The rest of them could care less and don't even want to know, and will kill and fight if you try to make them anything outside of what they want to be, and that is nothing. But if we, as that 8%, have not shown them nothing worth wanting to be a part of, then do you blame them? You can't blame them. So in Genesis, I like this 15 and verse 6, because this here, it says Abraham, and in Genesis chapter 15 and verse 6, it said, and he believed in Yah, Abraham. He was in the vision. Wouldn't you believe too? I guess you would. So it wasn't that he was in his flesh when he believed. It was when he was in the spirit he believed. I can guarantee you would have believed too. So therefore, when he believed, it says, and he counted. Who is he? Yah. And he counted. Who is Yah? He, Yah, counted it to him for righteousness. Because Yah knew he had already branded righteous in him. But he counted his belief as the top one, righteous. So when you get to Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 21. So when I got to Proverbs 21 and 21, I read this. He that follow after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness and honor. See, follow after righteousness and mercy findeth life, righteousness and honor. You remember the narrow gate? This is almost saying that this is similar to the narrow gate, because it's the way to life. And that's what this is, findeth life. So righteousness ones are the ones that will find the way through the narrow gate. They are the righteous one of the brands. And most of outside of those that are grafted in, those that are of Yah's elects and chosen ones, they are with righteous belief, faith, and fear. We know that fear is not the fear of somebody coming in here and I'm scared in the flesh. It's a fear of the spirit of who he is. And then that faith is believing even in the things in which I cannot see, but yet I believe. And that's where one of the biggest problems exists today. We go on all these platforms and we believe in what everything everybody's teaching, preaching, and saying because we see it. Have you ever thought the faith of Yah don't come by seeing? It's not something you can see. So it tells you right now that, hey, see, you had it wrong all the time. Because the faith of Yah is unseen. It's just that you believe what you do not see. And your belief is spiritual, believing and trusting in he which you cannot see, but yet you believe. That's true faith. So here it is in the righteousness in Proverbs. It says, he that follow after righteousness and mercy findeth life. Mercy is a good one too, y'all, because mercy is when you have mercy on other people. And you have mercy. You know, you're not going to find too many people that have mercy. Okay. And if you have mercy, you know, that's a good thing. And that, because that is what allowed you to find life. And that life is eternal. See, the narrow gate was said it's the way to what is right and to life eternal. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's saying here. You will find righteousness and honor because you're going through the narrow gate, which is Yah's first brand, righteousness. So here we go. You get to Psalms. And in Psalms 112 and verse 6, in Psalms 112 and verse 6, it says, truly he shall not be moved forever. The righteous shall be in everlasting remembrance. Why? Because he knew he got you down in that book. That's why. Everlasting remembrance. Where is that at? It is written. You are in everlasting memory. Let's hear it. Psalms 112, verse 6. Surely he shall not be moved forever. The righteousness shall be in everlasting remembrance. Why? Because it is written in that book of remembrance. Okay? Now, when you get to Psalms 37 and verse 6, when you get to Psalms 37 and verse 6, it reads, and he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Still light outside. Woo-wee! And thy judgment as noonday. This is the power of righteous. Now listen to it. Psalms 37 and verse 6. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light. And thy judgment as the noonday. See, the noonday is still light. You see? So he's just letting you know what righteousness that rests within you. You see? It's like a light set up on a hill. Cannot be hidden. I'm telling you all. You see? So understanding this righteousness and this belief in this faith and this fear is what's in you. Because the Ruach had already branded you with these things. And then he come to abide in you and you all become one. Now, who can say anything to you? Nobody. You got it all in you. You got it all in you. And this is what keeps you from running around figuring you got to be obligated to the way and the traditions of way these people are out here living and teaching and preaching. You look up 1 minute, they teaching and preaching, and the next thing you know, they now wants to make it a place where he wants to bring in his love. She wants to bring in her lover. It's just, that's really what it's all about. So you have to make sure you bring in Yah in you. Let him activate him. Not he don't activate. You activate him that is in you. He's there. You just got to do your part. You see? He ain't begging you. Okay? Psalms 34, verse 19. In Psalms 34, verse 19, many are the affliction of the righteous. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yah delivered him out of them all. See, this is what I was saying to you all. When you get to be what Abraham spoke in the vision, believed, and Yah said, oh, bro, I already got you in as righteous. He's telling him the kingdom got you already in, bro, as righteous. Okay, now here in Psalms 34 and verse 19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yah deliver him out of them all. He means that. But if you don't know that you are the righteous one, then, I mean, you don't know how many times he delivered you. You really don't. You count it as if I prayed and he delivered me, or I did this and I did this and that's how it came through. Baby, you just don't understand. You all really need to seek within. I really kind of round about in this day and time will embrace the fact of what he said. Seek ye the kingdom first, because the kingdom has all the answers, for it is what? Written. Okay, so the last one on the righteous end is 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 14. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 14. But and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake. Happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. Because he wants us to understand, righteous sake, they in trouble. They in trouble. For righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. Because that's what they're going to feel, not you. You are for the righteousness' sake. When we understand these brands were branded in our spirit before we got here, and then it'll make you understand what took place before the foundation of the world. It was finished in, y'all. Y'all's finishing now, meaning I'm not coming down there to send them another nothing. I'm not finna make the crooked straight round about now. I got the judgment on the earth right now. Now, then we poured up with belief. We poured up in belief. Philippians chapter 1 and verse 29. Here we go. We're finna get to belief. Believe. 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 If you all knew the power and the belief in the spirit, it will blow your mind. Now, I think the number one is righteous, with no doubt. Belief also pull up, and it carries great power. Great power. Okay, so when you go to Philippians chapter 1 and verse 29, in Philippians chapter 1 and verse 29, it says, for unto you it is given. It is already what? Given in the behalf of who? Christ. Now, who is Christ? The power. Now, listen to it again. Philippians chapter 1, verse 29. For unto you it is given in the behalf of Christ, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. To suffer for his sake. Who? Christ. Christ. What does it say? Philippians chapter 1, verse 29. For unto you it is given in the behalf of the power, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his name's sake. What does it say? The power got this. You're going to be okay. Power got this. You're going to be okay. That's what he said. And all it has to do, not only to believe on him, but also suffer for his name's sake. But guess what? On behalf, it was given Christ. And when you know who Christ is, you will put him right where he belongs. He's the power of the Father's right hand. So that's who got you. Even though you're going to suffer for his name's sake. But the power going to pull up anyway. And that's even in your life today. And what's going on your workplace, in your community, in your neighborhood, your neighbors, your family, your best friends, your friends that you used to hang out with, your household. It said in Philippians chapter 1, verse 29, for unto you it is given. Who has given this to us? The Most High Yah. See? For unto you it is given in the behalf of Christ, which is in behalf of the power, not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his name's sake. Wait a minute. Who? Well, hold up. I got an issue. Who gave me that? It says, for unto you it is given. You see what y'all put in the midst of you? You see that? For you to believe on him. And a lot of times you all think it's all about how you feel. Or I believe, it's up for me. It's really up to me to believe and to receive. But when the Ruach has already predestined you before the foundation of the world, and you already experienced some things in your life where you know something is residing, or something is warning you, something is teaching you, something is revealing things to you, you got to give it its prompts and stop thinking you got the power and this is just you. Okay? I'm all this and all that. Think of trying to repent and ask him to forgive you, and ask and seek to see, are you greater in me than he is in the world, Father Yah? Can I come to your throne in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach? Sincere, with a feeling of sorrow. I don't know if y'all know nothing about that. A feeling of sorrow. And I feel that even when I'm not even praying. Sometimes I feel sad for he that created all things. Because I look at the ideal of you created all things and all things deny you. Have y'all ever thought of that? I know you probably haven't. But the truth of the matter is, they do deny him. It's sad, but stop saying sad, Deborah. Okay, so then I go to John chapter 6. The Gospel of John chapter 6 and verse 29, and it says, Yeshua answered and said unto them, this is the work of Yah, that ye believe on him whom he has sent. Wait a minute. What'd you say? The Gospel of John, chapter 6, verse 29. Yeshua answered and said unto them, this is the work of Yah, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent. Yeshua is telling them, all the things that you see is the work of the Father, so that you may activate what is in you, which is believe on him who he have sent. You remember Yeshua said, all that thou hast given me, I have not lost one. You ain't gonna lose now, because Yah gave it to you. He knew what he gave you. One was already the betrayer. He knew that too. See, the heavens already orchestrated them 12 disciples, y'all. Before even Yeshua was down to the earth. He had already orchestrated the 12 to go down to the to be by the side of Yeshua HaMashiach. Okay, so here he in John, the Gospel of John, chapter 6 and verse 29, Yeshua answered and said unto them, this is the work of Yah, that ye believe. And that's another thing. When you can look at Yeshua and see the work of Yah, Yeshua ain't saying believe on me. He's telling us to believe on Yah. And we never got it. And that's why I was explaining to you, I think he did a woo. And I know he was perfect. He was excellent. He was sinless. And I just think he did a really good job. I think he did a good job because it helped me. Let's say that it really did a great job for me to understand the Father. And that's how I got a chance to see the Son separate from the Father, is when the Son revealed the Father to be separate than the Son. That's how I knew. It's time something else going on around here. But the world would not ever be able to see it, because you only can see these things as a form of mystery, okay, or in the spirit. And this is why the Ruach come to teach you from a spiritual level, not from the natural traditions and the ways of the world and the traditions of men who traps you to keep you under their control and their manipulation, so you can follow them and not follow Christ. That's the whole ideal of it. A lot of y'all might not have known that, but a lot of them do. This is their whole makeup. But when you set free, is when you realize righteous belief, faith, and fear is already in you. You activate that bad boy from the Ruach HaKodesh within you. Call on it. See if it'll respond. Talk to it. See if it'll respond. It'll come up in your dreams. It'll wake you up in the midnight hour and begin to talk to you. That's how powerful the Father is when he rests in us. But he coming for what is his. He's coming for what is his. Do you know that's why he's not going to have a problem cleaning your tail up? Because heaven, it already got you wrote in. The kingdom got you wrote in the Lamb Book of Life. He just finna clean your tail up for the flesh and the spiritual heart and a new spirit when you get over there to the promised land, because the promised land is what? Holy. And he's going to be there. So you can't come around with him with all that trash. So that's why he's going to clean your tail up and when you get to the promised land. But wait a minute. Hold up, Deborah. Hold up. Something going on. Something going on. What about heavens? Kingdom already got you cleaned up. You're in the Lamb Book of Life. How about that? How about that? So Galatians. In the book of Galatians, chapter 33, verse 22. And we're talking about the second one, which is belief. That's the second brand of the Most High Yah. It's not like an order, but I do know righteous is the main one, okay? But Galatians chapter 33 and verse 22. But the scriptures has concluded all under sin, that the promise by faith of Yeshua HaMashiach might be given to them that believe. You see that word given? That the what? That the faith of Yeshua HaMashiach might be given unto them that believe. So it's not like it's saying that it's what you're going to do to gain this. You see what I'm saying? It's actually saying, but the scriptures has concluded all under sin, that the promise by faith of Yeshua HaMashiach might be given to them. To who? To them. To who? To them. What's the deal with the giving? I thought this was something we had to go after. No. Heaven's already done the work. To them that believe. And this belief is not the belief in the flesh, y'all. This is the belief that you have been branded already with. So that's why a lot of people get out of the church and all of these gatherings and stuff, because they see that the work from the tradition is just too much work in it, trying to be what they say you have to be, trying to do what they say you have to do. You see? But see, the Ruach is there to say, okay, this is how it goes. This is it here. Let me show you. And then you'll find yourself living this life in a way sinless, because you find yourself not doing the things you used to do. You find yourself realizing something is greater in me. I don't do this like I used to. I don't even take all this medicine like I used to. I don't have to drink wine every day like I used to. All these things, because greater is he that is in you. You, your own spirit, will recognize that he is the great one that lives in you. And here in Galatians chapter 33 and verse 22, but the scriptures have concluded all under sin, that the promise by faith of Yeshua HaMashiach might be given to them that believe. Given, not that they may believe, or that they may gain faith or gain Yeshua HaMashiach, or because they're in the church, because they Hebrew Israelites. No. When you find out that heaven's had everything orchestrated before the beginning, before the foundation of the world, you'll wake up to the reality. Wait a minute, y'all. Why am I down here clowning on the earth? I'm serious, you all. When you really get that thing in you and realize, well, wait, you mean I'm clowning down here for nothing? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But what you do when you give him that power like that, when I say give it, it ain't yours. That's what we are hooking on to when we're on all these platforms trying to gain power of understanding something. But when heavens give you that power, he give you that power to understand, baby, here I am. What is it you asking for? What you want to know? You see, he has the answer to A to Z. We still stuck on A. And we thinking we know everything. We still right here on A, and he got A and Z and going on down to Z, and we still stuck on A. thinking we know anything, teaching these people for 20 and 30 years on this platform, being in the church, having 50,000 members, teaching these people the same thing. And what they're doing is going in a circle, following the tradition of man. But when you follow the tradition of the Ruach HaKodesh, there's no turning back. There's no turning back. I love it when he said, you bring that mess to that temple if you want. I'll take your tail out of here. He is for real. He's for real. It is mentioned. He is for real. If I'm going to abide in you and you and me in the spirit realm in your body, and then you're going to try to bring that trash of sin and drinking and all this abomination and all this to the temple, I'm going to take your tail up out of here. And a lot of y'all don't even understand. Many left out of here just like that. But guess what? He said, but that Deborah, they still saved. Once he's there, he's there to eternal. He's there for eternal. I know it. I don't care what no book tag you. You being, I don't know where they getting this mess about if you don't do this and you can get blotted out. I don't know where they get that trash from. Y'all don't make no mistake. If he written you in the Lamb Book of Life, he don't have to blot you out. Because he knew who you were before the foundation of the world. So therefore, he don't have to block you out of a book he wrote you in. Because he knew who you were when you got your tail out here. It's just you got to be able to listen to him teach you from the inside out, not to the world on the outside teaching you, instead of just hearing that quiet voice just tell you what it's like to A and B and C and D, even though you're still stuck on A. He's the only one can give you that. But we search in the flesh of men and women for the answer that holds and rests within us. Can't nobody tell you nothing if he already in you. Because then you begin to have the faith for what you can see and believe. Then you believing in people. So you got to give one up for the other. But you're crazy if you give Yah up for somebody else and he greater in you. But you ain't going to be able to do that no way. But he going to take your tail out. He means that. Because he ain't going to sit and be in you and you out here drugging out, whoring out, committing adultery, all this fornication and all this abomination, and he up in you. Oh, no, baby, I cut your tail out. I put you out. I put you to sleep. Like I woke you up, I put your tail to sleep. So in the Gospel of John, chapter 3, verse 18, we still on belief. These are the brands of the Most High Yah that he has branded his spiritual ones, okay? The Gospel of John, chapter 3, and verse 18, he says, he that believe on him is not condemned, but he believeth not is condemned already. How can they be condemned already? Because they don't believe. Can't they believe today and can't they not believe today and believe tomorrow, Father Yah? No, Deborah. I'm speaking of in them. Either they believe or they don't. I'm not speaking on if he decide later on down the line to believe. I'm speaking on what belief is in them already. If it's in them already, then they are not condemned. But belief is not in them, Deborah. They already condemned. Why? Because heaven got them condemned. That's why. The belief, my brand, does not rest in them. So they already condemned. Okay? And it says, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten of Yah, the Son of Yah. And that's another thing. And I know I can't even explain it to you all because it still rests in a lot of real strong light and power. And that is when it says here, because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yah. He's already condemned if he don't believe. And then it says, and he don't believe in the name of the only begotten Son of Yah. People, the begotten, only begotten. Okay, say for instance, Sister Deborah only had one son. One son. I only have one son. Okay, what the Father says when it says Son of Yah, that means Emmanuel with us. So now we got to figure out when, okay, who is this Son of Yah? The Son of Yah is just like the world would call Christ. The Son of Yah is the one that came down with the power, the word, and the spirit of Yah. He came down to assist the Son of Man. Many of you all do not know how to divide them. But if you stick real close to Yeshua's teaching, you will see it pull up and show out like it did with Paul. When Paul, he asked the disciple, who do they say I am? Oh, who do they say the Son of Man is? Oh, you the Elijah, you the prophet, you the John the Baptist, all of this and all of that. But guess what? Then he said, then who do they say that I am? Paul pulled up, Peter pulled up the Son of Yah. See, what was different about the Son of Yah? The Son of Yah is the mystery, you guys. That's the mystery. It's in Genesis chapter 1. No one never knew who the Son of Yah was. So when he said, Emmanuel, Yah with us, we never understood that. But Yeshua come down, pulling down, said the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. He was telling y'all, wait a minute, y'all, the kingdom then came to the earth. That's what Yeshua was trying to tell us. And what was he meaning? Oh, he came down here in word. He came down in power. And he came down in spirit. He brought the kingdom down to the earth. And we missed it all the time. That was the Son of Yah, the only begotten. And when you're able to put them separate and then put them back together, I bet you're in. I ain't gonna bet. Don't let me say that. I can tell you one thing that'll rock in you or turn your tail upside down. Praise the mighty Yah. So when you in the Gospel of John, chapter 3, verse 18, he that believe on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already. Can't he believe later on? No. I'm speaking of what is already in them. Either they have the belief or they don't. So this is what it's saying. Because he has not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of Yah. First and foremost, Yeshua knew they don't know who the Son of Yah is. Yeshua knew that they didn't know who the Son of Yah. But those that believe, see, what y'all don't understand, belief is also something that you find in the flesh. You can believe that this paper is white. You can believe that this book is a Bible. Okay? But this type of belief is spiritual. You get what I'm saying? That's why Yeshua could say, he that believeth is not condemned. But he believed not, he's condemned already. And he's not going to believe. He came down here to not believe. That's pretty much what he's saying. And another thing I noticed about the instructions and direction book, it's more verses talking about the mystery. And I'm like saying, but why is it that it was said that it's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore? What we did not know, he is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. But we took on that the ways of yesterday is the same as today and forevermore. Oh, no. It's him that does not change. But we in the flesh, oh no. He said we are, our forefathers have sinned, and this is why we're here. But he said we are worse than our forefathers. So what? We're worse than yesterday. You get what I'm saying? But even though yesterday is a product, today is a product of what was dark yesterday. Many people can't teach and preach that, but the reality is, yes, it is. Today is a product of yesterday that was hidden and is hidden. He said that which is in the dark shall come to the light in the what? The last day. So the light pulls up on darkness of yesterday. And this is another reason where you're going to see people constantly being revealed. Because light is going to reveal some things, even though it's not revealing it. It's not revealing it to make it good for nobody. It's just that it's been in the dark for so long. I'm going to bring that bad boy back to the light so y'all can see it. It's always been there. And you would hear people talk about, oh, yesterday was much better than today. If the Father said, if he could pull up yesterday on your tail and show up on your tail and show what you done yesterday, that ain't nobody never ever knew and never knew about, you'll be messed up from the floor. So stop the line. Yesterday wasn't better than today. Even when they talking about all these young women out here having babies. Now watch this here. They out here having babies and just babies having babies. Shut your mouth. They've been doing that. But you won't own that truth. That's why he said, Deborah, in the end days, that which is in the dark, it's going to come to light. In the last days, it's going to come to light. But it's not going to affect anyone. You see? But the problem is you thinking that, okay, today is all marvelous because what they did, yesterday was all better than today. And what they doing today is so horrible now. He said all that stuff that they did yesterday is coming. It's being revealed today. And he means everything. Everything. And that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm hooping and hollering to the Father. What is this? What is it? Deborah, what's next? These things need be. These things being. But Father, they don't. I seen this stuff, Deborah. This stuff being. It's just been hidden. Covered up with good words. Good sayings, things to cover it up and keep it in the dark. But the truth of the whole matter is coming to the light in the end days in which you are in. But it ain't coming for the good. It's coming for the bad. Okay. So in 1 John chapter 5, verse 13, these things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of Yah. And that's another thing, you guys, with the body of Hamashiach, have the saints resting therein. If you are, or if you have the Ruach, let the Ruach show you the difference between the Son of Man and the Son of Yah. He's not going to show it to you to where you split it up and say, oh, this and this and this. No, he's going to show it to you so you can put it back together and worship him in it. The whole purpose of the both as one. But he wants you to understand it. That's why Yeshua keeps saying to you all, you can go up against me, you can say anything about me, but don't say anything about that Holy Spirit. Don't say nothing about him. Yeshua said you can say something about me, Yeshua, but don't say nothing about Christ. Because you messing with the wrong one then, Yeshua's trying to tell you. That's really what he's saying. And because y'all don't let y'all teach you from the inside, that's where all the mystery were held in him. And no one wants to go that route because they so used to believe in everything they see. They waiting until Facebook come on, Patriots, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, so I can get what I need to get. And you ain't going to have no food for your spirit. And that's what you see on all these here platforms. It is off the chain. And I sit back and I say, why is it the melanated people can't see? They put them in a little black box. Y'all didn't know that, did you? They're in a little black box off to themselves. And they think they just got it going on. Baby, they separate you from a lot of people. Many have been on here 20 years. And they got the members that had snuck in and came in and become members or whatever. But baby, you still in the little black box. They sure do. So here in 1 John chapter 5, verse 13. 1 John chapter 5, verse 13. These things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of Yah. What is there to believe on the name of the Son of Yah? Brand, believe, Deborah, on the name of the Son of Yah. The name of the Son of Yah, the world calls him Christ. But it is Hamashiach. That is the head over the body of Christ. Yeshua is not the head over the body of Christ. Hamashiach is. Because that's the power of Yah. You see? He keeps that church in order. He keeps the saints in order. In the body of Hamashiach is his power. Okay? So here he says in 1 John chapter 5, verse 13, that ye may know that ye have eternal life. Now let's go back over that. 1 John chapter 5, verse 13. These things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of Yah. See, written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of Yah. Who did, you notice Peter knew the name. Okay, so watch this here. That ye may know that ye have eternal life, and that ye may believe on the name of the Son of Yah. See, that's the part I try to get people to go to. Here Yeshua separate the Son of Man himself from the Son of Yah. When he's able to continue to teach, all that time he was here, he was showing us how the Son, I'm Son of Man. This is the one that came with me is the Son of Yah. I'm Yeshua, he's Christ. I'm Yeshua, he's Hamashiach. He's the power, he's the word, he's the spirit with me. We come down to do something for the Father. We come to do the work of the Father. They don't get it. Okay, sit here on my right hand till I make that earth your footstool. Who's telling who's what? The Father telling the Son. You see? How you gonna do that, Father? Yeah, with that power, Deborah, tell him. See, that's what I'm saying. When he said denying the power, pull it off, Deborah. People serve him without the power. They don't want to have nothing to do with the Father that's detached to power. That's why the power of who he is in you, and you can't activate the power to go heal people, to go laying hands on people, to deliver people, because you deny the power. You want him, but you don't want the power. You want him, but you don't want what comes with him. But if he got all this invested in you and you sitting your butt around, something wrong. So he says here in 1 John chapter 5 and verse 13, that ye may know that ye have eternal life, that you may know that, and that ye may believe on the name of the Son of Yah. That's that power. Then he's telling you that the Son of, when you know that name, who the Son of Yah is, you receive eternal life. See, everybody think that when Yeshua came, he just came to for everybody's sin. Why would the Father send Yeshua down to die for everybody's sin when he know once he died, everybody's sin gonna be right before them within seconds? Do that make any sense? It don't make sense, do it? So it had to be something greater than the sin itself. You see, just take out time and listen to the Ruach in you. Let him teach you. Let him lead you and let him guide you. Let him show you what's what. Because if you listen to the 1 John chapter 5, verse 13, it says, these things have I written unto you that believe on the name of the Son of Yah. Now, did you know that there's a Son of Yah and there's a Son of Man? What part do you not get? There's two working two missions. So when they're ushering you Hamashiach only, which is the son of Yah, they sending you a message. That's where all and everything rests in. And then it says, on the name of the Son of Yah, that ye may know that ye have eternal life, and that ye may believe on the Son of Yah. Sister Deborah knows who the Son of Yah is. I believe. I have those things invested in me. I don't deny it. That's why I tell y'all, I don't have to listen to all this trash. Now, do I listen to it? I listen to some of it, but I listen to it just to see where we stand as people in the earth. We are so distant from Yah. We standing somewhere we ain't got no business standing, but we where he want us to be, because he's doing him. Okay. Now in John, the Gospel of John, chapter 11, verse 40. In the Gospel of John, chapter 11, verse 40, Yeshua said unto her, say I not unto thee, that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldest see the glory of Yah. Just saying, if you wouldn't believe, you shouldn't see the glory of Yah. Because that's what it takes, the 4 brands. You can have these brands in you, and you're going to see the kingdom, baby. These brands here, you're going to see the kingdom. That's how the Gentiles are being grafted in. They're being grafted in through belief and faith. They're not coming in because they're righteous. They're not coming in out of fear. They're coming in through belief and faith. Okay? Now, let's pull up. I'm almost done. Almost done. Wow. Let's pull up with faith. Let's go with faith first. Faith. Hebrew chapter 11, verse 6. Faith in Hebrew chapter 11, verse 6. And it says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Why? Hey, that's his brand. You ain't got this? Sit down, clowns. You got to have faith. And it's not the faith in the natural, you guys. It is the faith of his brand. Okay? It's spiritual. It's spiritual. And that's another thing a lot of people don't want to turn to. They're turning to this energy. They're turning to this here, all this other stuff. Science and this energy stuff is booming. But they're turning away from anything that has a pin needle of any type of spiritual life. And I had no idea that it would be this bad so soon. I thought at least I'd be 100 years old. No, I didn't. But here in Hebrew chapter 11, verse 6, it says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yah must believe. That's how the Gentiles got grafted in. Through belief and faith. That's how they got in. But those that was elected, that small remnant, that the saints, they're coming in through belief, righteous belief, faith, and fear. It's all embedded in them. And he said, when you get to the other side, I'm going to hold you blameless. How about that? Why? Because you didn't put everything in this to justify and clarify and identify that we belong to you, Father. Praise the mighty Yah. So he said here in Hebrew chapter 11, verse 6, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. Now, this is another, I ain't going to say sad, Father. I'm not going to say sad. This is another thing that's so unrighteous. You go to all these churches, you go to all these temples, you go to these synagogues and even these camps, you go to all these academies, you go everywhere, you go, these pastors and all these teachers, they're teaching these people about faith. Sit down, clown. Faith can't be taught, not the one in the spiritual realm. See, they thinking they can teach them how to have something that they do not have. They can teach them how faith is in the flesh, but you can't pull up with this faith in the spirit, baby. See, that's what separates his from yours. See, they out here teaching you that righteous belief, faith, and fear is something they can teach you and mold you and shape you in the organization you in, the church, the temple, the camp, and all of this. Oh, we got it. We got this covered. We got this. We this and we this. They really think they can do that. But see, they didn't know. They did not know, baby. They did not know that this here, Yah has his brand. That's why he told Abraham, yeah, bro, I know you believe because you right now you would believe you in the spirit. But I tell you what, I got you wrote down in righteous. Woo-wee! It was nothing Abraham could have done would have assigned him to righteous belief, faith, and fear. It's what heaven had already written. And he says here, for he that cometh to Yah must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. He even give you a reward to seek that faith that already in you. Look at Sister Deborah. I'm teaching y'all about the faith of the spirit of Yah, so you can seek it that's already in you. And he said what? He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. These are his brands, y'all. These are his brands. So if you have the Ruach in you, you are most likely have some of these here in you, if not all. Okay. This stuff, it takes nothing but you connecting with your spirit. It is really hard for your spirit to touch base with itself because your flesh ain't gonna let you. Your worst enemy is your flesh, and it's not gonna let you. It's tried to keep you from touching base with the spirit of Yah that could be resting right there in you. And that, now I can't say sad. Okay, let's go. So that's faith. Now watch this here. 2 Corinthians chapter 5. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. Now watch this here. We walk by faith, not by sight. Let's say it again. We walk by faith and not by sight. What is he saying? This thing is a spiritual faith, y'all. This is not a natural faith. Now, you do have faith in your natural, but what he's not talking about that faith. He's talking about the faith in the substance of things unseen. That's spiritual, but yet you believe. Because faith and belief is detached. Here it is, standing next right by each other. So it says here in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7, for we walk by faith and not by sight. Sight is your fleshly eyes. He's telling you right here, divide that bad boy. Divide faith in the spirit from the sight of your flesh. Because what you do is you base things on what your flesh see and believe versus the thing that's unseen. Let me see that faith in you. Pull up. Pull up based on what you cannot see, but yet you believe. You can't see the Ruach in you. Pull it out and see in you. Not see, but feel the faith in you that you cannot see, but you yet can believe. You see? He's letting you know it's not by sight. You ain't going to catch it on YouTube. The faith, you ain't going to get it on Instagram, Facebook, hatred, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Faith is not something you see, but yet you have this belief in you. In the unseen, but yet you believe. And he says in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7, we walk by faith, not by our flesh sight. But the whole world focus on what they could see, hear and taste to have the way of their flesh. Okay. Now you're going to step into Romans chapter 8, verse 24 and 25. In Romans chapter 8, verse 24 and 25, it reads, "For we are saved by hope." There go faith. Faith and hope. It's the same thing. Now listen to what he says. "For we are saved by hope." See, you see, it ain't got nothing to do with you. So why are they telling you how you're supposed to look, act, walk, talk, wrap your head, wear your fringes, serve the feast days, and all these other things? Wait a minute. Let's go over that again. "For we are saved by faith." Come on now. Let's do it. Romans chapter 8, verse 24 and 20 through 25. "For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope." See, Sister Deborah just said that to you. The same thing in Corinthians chapter, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. Faith is not something you can see. That's why it's a spiritual brand of God. And here it is in Romans chapter 8, verse 24 and 25. "For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not the hope, y'all. Y'all's hope you can't see. For what a man seeth, why do yet he hope for?" So he's letting you know your hope in the flesh has no comparison than the hope and the faith in the spirit. So we just running around here clowning with everybody, portraying that we this and we that, we in there, we doing it, we got it, we doing good, everybody's just clowning because they ain't got nothing else better to do. Okay. So here in Romans chapter 8 and verse 24, it says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope." Let you know your fleshly hope ain't hope. That's not the one y'all talking about. And he says, "For what a man seeth, why do he yet hope?" Because that's flesh. It's a separate hope. I'm keep telling y'all, you got to put things in tools. If you're gonna have y'all's brand, make sure the flesh got theirs. But do not get them mixed up, y'all. They're different. One is spirit and one is flesh. One is dark and one is light. One is the seed of the serpent and one is the seed of Yah. Get it right. Okay, verse 25. "But if we hope for that which we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." Let's read that again. Verse 24, Romans chapter 8, verse 25. "But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it." That's the spiritual hope, which is the spiritual faith. People, when you learn to chop this thing down in twos, you can activate that ruach in you. Yeshua did it. Yes, he did. And that's why I try to explain to y'all, he did an awesome job. You know why I know he did an awesome job? I feel without a doubt, 100 times, 1 trillion billion, he did a good job. Because he got this sister to see exactly what he was saying. And I was able to connect with the mission itself. And we run around here thinking we got it nailed. We got it all. We know we got it. Yeah, you got it all right. Hebrew chapter 11, verse 1. We in faith, y'all. We in faith. Hebrew chapter 11, verse 1. "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for." See, faith and hope, they're together. "For hope for the evidence of things not seen." So you see what I'm saying? This faith and hope and faith is not the same as your hope and faith in the flesh, y'all. You can't even compare it. You know how you say the distance from north to south? It is way past the distance of north and south, from north through south. It's past that and beyond. You got to take a spirit realm and separate it from the flesh and see the difference is infinity from each other. You can't even put them together. So Hebrew chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. That's the spiritual faith. Okay? Now, what we have here is Hebrew chapter 11. Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3. Through faith, we understand that the world were framed by the word of Yah. Now, see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? How are we going to call this book the word of Yah? This is the word of Yah. How are we going to say that? Well, watch this here. Listen to this. Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3. Through faith. Now, don't forget, faith is the substance of the unseen, so we can't see it. Okay? You can't see it. This is spiritual faith. Through faith, we understand, but we can't see it, that the worlds were framed by the word of Yah. See, what they did not understand is in the Gospel of John, chapter 1, he said, in the beginning was the word was with Yah, the word was with Yah, and it was with him in the beginning, because they did not understand the power was the word in which he spoke, and the power that brought it forth was his right hand. You see, his power is his right hand. So the word and the Father's right hand work hand in hand. And it's a sad thing that here it is, everything is coming to an end, and no one never knew that. But then it go back to what he said. Narrow is the gate that leads to the way of righteous and to life. And Deborah, it's only going to be a few that find it. You see? So it's still knowledge increase, because the world is increasing in their technology and their knowledge. How dare you say that Yah ain't pulling out knowledge? He's pulling out spiritual knowledge for those who still are running in the race. Okay? So he's telling us here that Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3, through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yah. How was it framed by the word? Because the word speak it, which is Yah speak it, the word, and his power bring it forth. Okay? And it says, so that things which are seen were not made of the things which do not appear. So you just can't come up and sit and talk like they said now. A lot of them, a whole bunch of them, y'all. It is so many of them. I just, the people, if you all don't connect with Yah, you are just out, because it is so much dark teaching out here. Now they say there's not a Elohim, there's not a Yah, a Yahuwah. All of that is wrong. It's all these here Anunnakis and all these angels rule the world, and they on the throne. And you should see them. They're giving them names and energy and all this stuff that they're giving these. And I'm like saying, Father, they lost without a cause, right? He said, didn't you say that? I said, Father, it's gone. And I was dealing with that today. Just couldn't believe the people who are getting all this support on their page for the trash that they are teaching. It is off the chain. I said, oh, Father, he said the world loves its own. So here you have to understand in Hebrew chapter 11, verse 3, he's letting you know that faith, through faith, was we understand it through the faith, because we couldn't see it, but the world was framed by the word. Can we see that word? No. You can see these words, but that word, heaven and earth gonna pass away, but that word gonna remain. It is Yah. So listen to this. In Hebrew, we still in Hebrew chapter 11. It says, Hebrew chapter 11, verse 4. By faith, Abel offered unto Yah a more excellent sacrifice than Cain. By faith. Unseen. He wasn't told. But by faith, he offered unto Yah an excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was the righteous. See that faith Abel had? See that faith Abel came and poured up in? Listen to this here. Hebrew chapter 11, verse 4. By faith, Abel. See, that's how he rolled in. He rolled in on faith, y'all. Watch what else he rolled in on. By faith, Abel offered unto Yah a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous. See, we come here like this. We need to stop trying to make it look like we're all that in some cause of what we got, what we did in life, what we have, what church we joined, what camp we joined, who we subscribe to on YouTube. You better get out of that mess, because none of it going to hold a pot of burnt beans in a minute. When this YouTube and Twitter and all this stuff closed, now I'm saying YouTube closed down, y'all going to be a mess creek. But guess what? If you ate any spiritual food that Sister Deborah have put out, you're going to have a full meal deal every day until he gets you out of here. Okay? So, and that's the difference in what I'm saying and what others is teaching. Okay? They getting the glory. They getting the likes and subscribers and the support. But that's all right. Mine is in the kingdom. How about that? How about that? My rewards. Rewards. But listen to how he said Abel. Abel had faith, and he obtained righteousness. Yah testified of his gifts, and by it he being dead yet speak. Yes, he does. And I be saying that all the time, and y'all be thinking I'm cuckoo clock all the way through. But listen to this. Listen to what Hebrew chapter 11 and verse 4 says. By faith Abel offered unto Yah a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was the righteous one. There it go. Yah testified of his gifts. Yah testified of his gifts. What did he have? Faith and righteous. That's what Abel had that Cain didn't. You see? Cain didn't come down with these, y'all. Abel did. Okay? So this is what's really deep. And then it says, and by it, he being dead, yet speaking. Now, Sister Deborah tell you, hey, when the Father's dealing with me and I'm hard-headed, he'll say, hey, Jeremiah, tell her. Hey, Moses, come down. Tell her. David, tell her what it's like. See how he said that even though, and by it, he's being dead, yet speaking. See, because we was being taught it's about the characters in this book. We taught that it's about the characters that's in this book. No, it ain't. It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's got to do with who behind them, who sunk them, who bagged them up and who bagged them down, who implanted these here brands in them. That's where we messed up, because we turn around and we give Abraham, Isaac, and David Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob all the glory. We turn around and give David all the glory. Oh, they give Moses all the glory. We give all these characters who played in the role of his will, but he gets nothing. And that's why I say that's messed up. But that's been going on for as long as everything existed. Okay? Now, notice it said in the same Hebrew chapter 11, verse 5, by faith, Enoch was translated. Wait a minute. By faith, okay, Enoch, by faith was translated. By what? By faith. So all these things we keep giving glory to characters in this book and in other books, we don't look at what did they have invested in them? How about giving him the glory for all that he has had invested in them so we can learn? We don't do that. You see how he gets short? We give the glory to Enoch. Look how famous Enoch is on the earth today. Not looking at, well, okay, what did Yah have invested in him? That's how stupid people have gotten. They put him on a pedestal to be all this and all that, and don't understand every book that has been written by some man. And guess what? They most likely 99.9 wasn't the righteous men. That's why you need the Ruach today to be the real teacher. Okay, so here go Enoch in verse 5, Hebrew chapter 11, verse 5. By faith, Enoch was translated. Verse 6, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yah must believe. Now, listen what he just said. Anybody come to Yah, you must believe, and it's impossible for you to please Yah without faith. Why? Because he knew he had invested this in us. So he just letting you know, hey, well, you better check in with what I put on you, or I branded you with. Check it in. Check in. Check it in. And that's all he said, and we won't even do it. So he said in verse 5, by faith Enoch was translated. There go faith. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. So when we running around here, people ain't got faith. They got the natural, the flesh faith, but they don't have these brands. But yet we putting them on highest pedestal on the earth, saying they representing your most high Yah with no brands in the spirit. And it says in verse 6, Hebrew chapter 11, verse 6, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yah must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Praise the mighty Yah. Now watch this. Verse 7, we still in Hebrew chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of Yah of things not seen as yet. By what? By faith did Noah get the information from Yah about what was going to happen before it happened. By what? By faith. See, y'all don't understand. We give Noah, we give Moses, we give everybody all glory, all honor. We praise them and give them all this power and all this authority. And here go Yeshua HaMashiach sitting here saying, well, wait a minute, y'all. Heavens is at hand. Telling y'all heaven come down to you. And still today, you still didn't recognize. Here goes the Son of Yah with the Son of Man, showing up and showing out. We don't give them the glory. There is 99.9 people on this earth back away from Yeshua HaMashiach. And all that he has to give us and all that he given us, y'all, it is so much good information. But did not y'all know it? Yes, he did. He knew it was only for certain ones. Hebrew chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, Noah being warned of Yah, of the things not seen, but yet. See? The unseen, Noah was given that. By faith. Who is faith? All of this is the characteristics of Yah. That he brand us with his characteristics. And we walk around here ignoring him like he ain't worth a dime. We walk around here worshiping these people on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all this whole mess. Talking about y'all serving the Most High Yah. You need to sit your tails down. You ain't serving nothing but your flesh. And then it says in verse 8, we still on Hebrew chapter 11 and verse 8. By faith, Abraham received an inheritance. By what? By faith. By faith. Whoa, what did he tell him? Oh, bro, you counted in as righteous. So he had the righteous. He spoke the belief in the vision. That shows y'all these people were loaded with the brands. That's why you can't mimic them. Try mimicking this. Let me get you do that. Can you do that? Can you do that? You want to mimic their flesh, having many wives. Try mimicking this. You can't do it, can you? That's the point I try to teach y'all. They want to mimic these people having many wives, committing adultery and having many wives and all the things that they caught on to that they did in their flesh, but they will not and have not mimicked the things they had in them in the spirit. Do y'all get what I'm saying? You see the point I'm making? And I always try to make is to show you all these people living strictly flesh and calling it spirit, and you all looking at it like it's real spirit. Okay? So I like verse 7 of Hebrew chapter 11, verse 7. By faith, no, not 7, 8. By faith, Abraham received an inheritance. By what? By faith. There go another word, another of the brand. Abraham is known to have the belief, the faith, the righteousness, and the fear of Yah. Told you these men didn't come down here to seed of Satan. They came down as the seed of the Most High Yah. And then you can't go over here and say, "No, I'm going to be like Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. They had many wives." You can't do that. These bro came down here like this. Can you come down like this? Or is this invested in you? No. But you're trying to mimic their flesh. Okay, keep mimicking. You got a lot of people following you too. Okay, and then in verse 11, Hebrew chapter 11, verse 11, through faith also Sarah herself received strength. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! What did it mean? You know, she's that lady too old to have a baby. Y'all wake up. Y'all won't even give me no glory for that. That's how it is. You won't give me no honor. You won't give me no praise. You know that lady was too old to have children. Something had to pull up. Faith. What did he say? Verse 11. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive. Through what? Through faith. See, y'all got it. Y'all bent. You've been up and bent down and all around. Now I'm going to go. What I got? I got two more. I want to give. Now we did faith. We did righteous. We did belief. Now we're going up in fear. Now here go fear. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. In Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. Okay. The fear of Yah is the beginning of knowledge, but a fool despises wisdom and instruction. You see that? A fool despise wisdom and instruction. Now, what does he mean? Now, I'm asking anybody in the live chat, can y'all answer that? What is he meaning when he said that? When he said Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7, the fear of Yah is the beginning of knowledge, but a fool despise wisdom and knowledge. I'm going to go on and I'm going to tell you. You know that wisdom and knowledge? They despise the spiritual wisdom and the spiritual instruction. That's what he's talking about. Because we know that when you pull up with wisdom and knowledge and understanding and instructions, you get it in the natural and you get it in the spirit. Now, when Sister Deborah said in the instruction book, here it is in the natural and the Ruach is in me in the spirit. How you like me now? You see what I'm saying? So what he's saying, a fool despise wisdom and instruction. This wisdom and instruction is spiritual wisdom, spiritual knowledge, spiritual understanding, spiritual instruction. That's why he can call Israel stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. What does it that mean? They don't know how to follow rules and instruction. So here in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7, he said, the fear of Yah is the beginning of knowledge. Why? It's spiritual knowledge, y'all. Yes, you got knowledge in your flesh, but when you in the Ruach, you have knowledge in your spirit. Okay? But he says, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, because this wisdom he's saying they despise is spiritual wisdom and spiritual instructions. From who? The Ruach. So Proverbs is kicking it up. And it was before the new, as they say. None of it. I'm not hooked up on no new nor no old. I want to get with the program of he that's greater in me than he that's in the world. All that other stuff and kick rocks. Okay. So then I like that because it's actually trying to show you something. It is a spiritual mystery in what he's saying. He's saying the fear, there go fear. The fear of Yah is the beginning of knowledge. That's not the same fear if somebody run up on you and scare you. How is that going to give you knowledge? Somebody run up on you and pull a gun on you, that ain't going to give you knowledge. So you got to understand when someone is trying to teach the difference between two knowledges, the spiritual knowledge and the natural knowledge. And this is what his proverb is doing. He's showing you the fear. He's showing you the knowledge. He's showing you the wisdom and the instruction that the fools reject. All of it is spiritual. And they don't have no dealing. They despise that. So that's what Proverbs 1:17 is saying. Now I pull up in Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 13. In Proverbs, no. We're gonna go Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 101 and verse 10. Psalms 101 and verse 10. The fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom, a good understanding, having all that they that do his commands, his praise endure forever. See that word forever? That's eternal. That's eternal. But when you see commands, you see commandments, it's because they took it and made it the natural commandment, but it is the spiritual commandment. Because watch it. Come go with me. Psalms 101 verse 10. The fear, there go the fear. Right there. Of Yah is the beginning of wisdom. Wisdom is the spirit of good understanding. Understanding is the spirit. I just gave you that whole lowdown from Proverbs 7, chapter 1 and verse 7. When you speak of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you can have that in the flesh, which 99.9 do, or you can have that in the spirit, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you get to Psalms 111 and verse 10, it says fear. There go your fear. And then it begins to say of who? The Lord is the beginning of spiritual wisdom and a good spiritual understanding have all they that do his commands. His praise endure forever. There go to, forever is eternal. That's spiritual. That's spiritual kingdom. So therefore, when it says here, have all they that do his commandments, okay? What do you know something wrong at? What do you know something wrong? Where's something wrong at? Can anybody spot that out? Psalms 111 and verse 10. What is wrong there? Can anybody spot that error in 1011, Psalms 111 and verse 10? When the Father is wanting us to understand him, and like I have taught probably the last 4 or 5 years about in the flesh and in the spirit. In the flesh we have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And in the spirit we have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They are not on one accord. They have nothing to do with each other. Matter of fact, they will fight against each other because there are infinity distance from each other. So here you got the spiritual realm of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And then you got the natural realm of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? So when you look at Psalms 11, verse 10, let me see if anybody got it. Oh, okay. When you look at Psalms 111 and verse 10, there's a power punch in there that should not be there. And when we tell you where it's at, they stuck this one in because it says, have all that they do his commandments. How did commandments get into there? How did commandments get into there? Now, if it had command, then yeah, we in there. But it got commandments with an S. Now it has taken my Father out of his oneness. Praise the mighty Yah. Notice when Psalms 111 and verse 10, the fear of Yah is the beginning of wisdom, a good understanding, having all that they do have all they that do his commandments. See, that's what they never knew. That when the people came on the scene, and even Yeshua, when he came on the scene, he said, I come not to for the prophets or the law or the commandments. Or he didn't come to interfere with none of that. Why? Because that's for the flesh. See, they didn't get it. They still don't get it. See, they thought he was coming. Oh, he left everything the same way it was in the old, so we can do it in the new. Oh, he left everything standing in the old, and Jesus or Yeshua didn't change it. You know why he didn't change it? He said, I come not to mess with your trash. You couldn't keep it then, so why am I coming to force you to keep it now? Or come to mess with you regarding the prophets or the law and all the commandments? No, that's you for the flesh. It's left there for the flesh. I come to fulfill my Father's will in the Spirit. And when you see commandments with an S, that is not the commandment in the spirit realm. And yes, you can find scriptures showing you the spiritual commandment that is found in Yah. It is not found in a book or in a man's traditions and their ways. See, they never understood it, y'all. They never knew. And even to today, they never understood the law and commandments is also set there for he that is in the flesh. But he that is in the spirit, the law and commandment is in Ruach HaKodesh that lives in you. He has his own command. He has his own law. It's within him. When he come in you, now you are locked with his command. You are locked with his law. And let the word play with the laws and the commandments in a book. See, they don't know. They don't know it's a big difference as infinity. They that difference from each other. So when you see this and you see they got commandments, that shouldn't even be there, because it's saying, it talks about the wisdom, that's spiritual. Understanding, that's spiritual. Now, 99.9, who in the live chat can tell me, what is understanding? What is understanding? Do anybody know what understanding is? What is understanding? Anybody know? Understanding is what? Okay, let me kind of help you out. You know how he say, no, understanding is not wisdom. Wisdom is wisdom. See down here? See where it says, the fear of Yah, of Yah is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding. Do y'all remember when he said, in all your getting, get understanding? Why didn't he say, in all your getting, get wisdom? In all your getting, get knowledge. In all your getting, only one thing he said you get, and that is what? Understanding. Why? Because understanding is the word of Yah. You got it. The Most High Yah. You're right. It is the word of Yah. Exactly. It's him himself. You see what I'm saying? It's the word of Yah. Okay? He said, in all your getting, he didn't say get wisdom. He didn't say get knowledge. He said get understanding. Because without that understanding, we won't be able to understand nothing that exists. You see? In all of your getting, get understanding, because that is Yah himself. It's his Holy Spirit. He is the word. So it's like the word. Okay? Get him. So here he's telling us a good understanding of him, and the beginning of wisdom. And then it says, have all they that do his commandments. Then it says, has praise endure forever. Now you're looking at forever, that's the kingdom. You're looking at understanding, that's the Most High Yah. You're looking at the spiritual understanding, that's the Most High Yah. You're looking at the fear, that's the Most High Yah. So where did the commandments come in? And they that do his commandments. Yah is a command. He is a command. He is not going to characterize himself. Go from the Genesis to Revelation. And you can see how every, maybe one, you might find two. But when Yah speaks, he speaks of a oneness. Always a oneness. He's not going to say commandments. That's for the flesh of man. That's why Yeshua was telling him, I didn't come to mess with the prophets, nor the law and the commandments. And at that time, they said, woo, wee. So we can say the commandments is the same as the Old Testament today and tomorrow. No, you can't, baby. He ain't coming because he know you in the flesh need a law and a commandment. You got it. Now sit down. Stop clowning. But who Yah is in you is greater than a commandment and a law. Y'all better get with the program, because y'all way on the deep end. You're drowning out in that ocean. You can't even see dry land. I mean, you too far deep out. So you cannot hook commandments up with command. This is how you know when they put something in and they smeared something. It's when they add something, and by the spirit that's in you, that's quickening you to see, that's not me. And I know when he is, okay, it's just like saying anything that somebody create or make. Will they fall under the same categories of those who are receiving? No, because they are the creator. It's just like when they was getting on Yeshua about the disciples plucking the corn. He frustrated about what they doing. What do you mean? Wait a minute, hold up. Do y'all understand? I'm here at 4 to represent the Sabbath. What's wrong with y'all? See, and that's how it is today. People don't understand. He say they ever learning, but never coming to the what knowledge? They are never, he said they ain't coming to the, see, ever learning, but never coming to the knowledge of truth. You know why? Because it's spirit and truth. The knowledge of technology and all of that, he's going to allow them to do that. But spirit and truth, you ain't going to ever make it there. You ain't going to make it there. It ain't for you to just pull up in and say, I got it. No, it ain't like that. That's why I think it's so important that we seek the Ruach in a way that, first and foremost, repenting. Okay? And just asking him, are you greater in me? Are you in me? And let him deal with you from the inside out. Don't deal. He's not coming to deal with you on your outer man. He want to deal with you from the inside where he resides. He ain't got time for your flesh. You yourself ain't got time for your own flesh. What makes you think he wants time with you? He ain't want to have nothing to do with that. So when you get to one more verse, and this is it, Job chapter 28 and verse 28. Job chapter 28 and verse 28. And it reads, and unto man he said, behold, the fear of Yah, that is wisdom, and to depart from evil is understanding. Ooh, I like that. He said to depart from evil is understanding, because he is understanding. And if you have the fear, there you go, you have the wisdom of Yah, and when you departing from evil, you have the understanding who he is and what he stands for, because he is all understanding. So it's letting you know, to depart from evil is understanding. Grip that. He is all understanding. What did he tell the serpent? You're going to have your seed and I'm going to have mine. Okay? Mine's going to hate yours and you're going to hate righteous. So here it is. To depart from evil, for Sister Deborah to depart from evil is understanding. And who is understanding? The Most High Yah. Praise the mighty Yah. So I hope you all received something out of that. Did anybody happen to have any questions? It don't even have to have anything to do with the message, but I hope that you got something out of it and highlighted your Bible regarding the verses. And those a lot of that was really giving you the whole insight of the brand of the Ruach. You know, he got his labeled. You know, he got his. He got us. You know, ready. So that's why. That's why. When he come, everybody thinking he's gonna be trying to pick which one is mine. Y'all just is crazy. You know, he ain't sitting here telling you how he gonna do it. You know what else, y'all? I ain't concerned about how y'all gonna get his people out of here. That don't mean nothing to me. When I heard about the sea being parted and they walked on dry land to the wilderness and the type of miracles and signs that I've heard of his right hand, I don't need nobody to tell me. I don't want you to tell me it's going to be a spaceship, a ship, a train, a plane. Don't come telling me nothing. Whatever it is, if I'm living, he's going to tell me ahead of time. How about that? How about that? But the thing about it, even if I ain't, I tell y'all one thing, y'all need to really seek ye the kingdom first and foremost. Find out if he living in you through the Ruach. And if, like I say, even if you don't find out, he getting what's his. He already know who he didn't stamp. He already know who he didn't label. So, did anybody have a question? Yes, he is amazing. That could be true. That could be true. When the nation came together, they all had different desires. So they started reversing the Bible to make everybody happy in their mess. And that could be true. And how they wanted to control everybody too. You know, they could be in that, because I think that Roman Catholic played a real big part in it, you know, controlling everybody. And I found out, see, I did not know, you guys, that what the world called the elites, the power punches that rule the world, they've been existing way back. So that leads me to understand what he told Satan in that garden. I mean, in Genesis chapter 3 and 15, he meant that. He gave Satan enough seeds to have the power that he wanted them to have, the seeds to have, to be able to do what they're doing today. Because from what now, I didn't know that. I heard someone teaching that, and I was like, wait a minute. Then I heard another person teaching. I said, wait a minute. So these elites started way back. They had to have. Look how well they mastered getting rid of a people and putting another people in place. Y'all got to think of all that. Look how they were able to get these ships and take them over there and have them disperse all over the place according to the will of the Father. You see, they still were given that power, but yet of the evil, but yet y'all call the shots. That's what we don't understand. No matter what they did and how they did it to get us over here, y'all still say, hey, check. He has still something to do with it. So when I asked, this is something strange. No, it ain't strange. I can't say it's strange. The Father was telling me that when you hear in Revelations about things, Deborah, it's not going to vanish. It's going to keep going and going and going and going. It's not going to stop when another one pull up. Like, I think that the scorpions, whatever that consists of, it's on its way to the earth. But whatever it is, heaven has to loose it for the earth to have its desire in its way with it. That's what I'm saying. So they can't on the earth do anything without heavens releasing their ability and the okay to do it. But this is the power in it, y'all. Just going back to that power of the Most High Yah. When he releases that stuff, you got to understand it is his will. It's going according to his will. We might think it's their power and they doing this, that, but when you finish and you start really getting to know him and let him know you from the inside, you'll realize, wait a minute, y'all, I see who's worthy to be feared. I can see why he should, but he should have always been feared. Because you have to understand, he is the one that take it from A to Z. And for him to slide it from A to Z, we speaking of his will. He got a will from A to Z. And according for his will to be done, he turned around and poured out grace and mercy. That's deep. You're going to pour out grace and mercy just so your will from A to Z can glide on down. And it is finished. You see? All of this is the hand that's called the right hand of the Father, that's stretched out on. That's the Most High Yah. This is him. That's all he's doing. So when y'all heard me say, when that lady came to my store, first thing I did when I got home, y'all. I got home and said, Father, who's that woman? Why didn't tell me she was coming? You know, I was all in it. Because normally he tells me everything. When someone's coming, somebody at my back door or in my windows trying to get in, he's going to say, Deborah, with a real soft, calm voice, Deborah, somebody at your window. They trying to get in. I got you. Don't worry about it. And I'm like saying to myself, well, wait a minute, I'm in the flesh now. How do I supposed to feel about that now? Come on now. But he get me together. See, this is how he has dealt with me throughout my life. He's always bring a warning or something to let me know. You see? So it's just, I think we just ain't digged in to see who he is, how great and how wonderful, how excellent, how powerful he is, especially that power. We just totally forsaken. We totally forsaken that power. And I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all can go run around here and forsake it if you want to. That's all I have. That's all I need is him. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how many guns I have. It ain't gonna deliver me. His right hand will. I trust in that power in his right hand. I don't know about y'all and that stretched out arm. That's what I trust in. Because I know about that power. Now, I don't know about that gun. If I can shoot it right, or them guns, I can shoot right, I'll get it. But I got them. But I can trust in him with no doubt. Okay? When you least expecting, yes, right? Yep. And we do have to thank him and praise him at all times. And then no matter how, and it's real dark out here. We in a dark hour. And he's my only strength, y'all, for real. Or I will be in a cuckoo clock hospital. Totally cuckoo clock place. A place where cuckoo clock. All the way, I'll be cuckoo clock out. They'd have to put me in a straitjacket if it had not been for the Most High Yah. So I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in, and I hope you got something out of it. But I want to say unto you, these are spiritual brands, and these are also the same brands that can be found in a fleshly body, in a fleshly human being. And this is why they don't care about this one, because they figure they got the one on this side. You see what I'm saying? That's why when Yeshua came, he said, I'm not worried about the prophets and all of the laws and all of that. I'm finna do a new thing. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. They missed it, y'all. Like y'all done missed it too. He said the kingdom of heavens is at hand. When Yeshua came, he said the kingdom. What does that sound like for somebody to tell you the kingdom of heaven is at hand? Hand reached. Power, word, spirit of the Most High Yah. His whole kingdom come down. And we missed it all the time he came. All the time he was here, we missed it. And we run around here think we got something special today. We do. The Ruach HaKodesh. So Sister Deborah, did the fathers like you? Huh? I want to know. But what makes you think that the fathers, you don't know the Father that's already in you. Oh, yes, that's all you have to do. And if you get in there, because listen, let me tell you, you can get in there and you just that inside be just as you can feel the crying in your spirit, and you can feel the sorrow, because I think somewhere in me it hurts me to know. I guess it also has to do with what all he have revealed to me since I was 4 to now. It's all that he is, all that he was, and all that he's going to be. And yet everything he created denies him. That's, to me, that's just powerful. And I be so sad. But when I get in there and I shut down this flesh and let the spirit deal with y'all, I'm not going to come up, y'all, not delivered or not having any type of answer to nothing. No. Because when that spirit takes you down, it's going to bring you up. And it's going to teach you something while you're down there. But one thing it'll teach you, shut your mouth. Don't let your flesh have nothing to do with the conversation me and you having in the spirit, outside of if you can't control your words through the spirit that speaks out. That's the only thing that you will be doing. It ain't important for you to understand what you said. Sister Deborah has the gift of interpreting tongues. But I can't interpret that tongue in a private closet. He didn't give me that gift. See, people don't understand that. There is a tongue in the private closet between your spirit and Yah's spirit. I can't interpret that. But if you get me in a place of worship and many tongues is cutting up from the floor up, I'll tell you what they said. But I ain't going to be able to tell you what is being said in the closet. And in the closet represent the spirit of Yah and your spirit. It ain't got nothing to do with your flesh. Yes, learn to thanks. I learned to give glory to Yah, Yahuwah. All right. He'll shut you down. You show right. Because many times I went in there trying to look, y'all, and trying to hum, bring them old hymn songs. He said, wait a minute, hold up. I had to shut it down because flesh is like that, y'all. Flesh is truly your worst enemy. It had you going in that closet knowing you ain't got no business open your mouth. You had to shut that bad boy down so the spirit of Yah can commune with your flesh in open. So I, Sister Deborah, say I appreciate each and every last one of you. And I hope you got something out of the lesson. And I hope your backpack is full. Shalom and shalom. I appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat. Shalom and shalom.